Is it surreal now? Because when I'm reading about you and listening to you talk, and I've seen your movies, and everything is merging. You know, there is a poster behind me where I'm sitting, and that looks like a film poster, but it's actually your image as candidate seeking election. How are these things merging? Because it is seeming very surreal for someone on the outside.
You know, it is when as an artist you comment on the society. You know, it is like going to a restaurant or looking at the menu and ordering the food. But if there is a restaurant where you look at the menu and you don't only have to order the food, but you have to walk into the kitchen and make your own food and come back to the restaurant, serve your own food and eat. That's the kind of line you have to cross. Now, in my film Rajniti, which I am doing, you know, most of these experiences, most of these kind of like, understanding of the society will get reflected. I will, you know, as I have always done, keep my own person away from my work, which is a fact, like whether it was Damul, whether it was Gangajal, or whether it was Mrityudan. It doesn't necessarily conform to my thinking. It is my understanding and understanding of the society and sharing the equation that I think I have probably sort of like, makes sense to me. So how a democracy in this country works, which is the largest democracy of the world, or does it work, you know, is something which I am trying to understand through Rajniti.
Both on celluloid and on the streets.
My real life politics and my real life politics are two different things.
Oh, come on. How can they be two different
Absolutely. Things? You know, I sort of like, when I am facing a situation personally, like, in my whole life, I have never had a single police complaint against me in my whole life. Through this entire campaign or the last campaign, I was very, very careful not to tread on the code of conduct. And yet,
you have a FIR lodged against you for 10 lakh rupees in your factory premises.
Factory premises raided by the SP and DM, who are now saying they were pressurized by the top, and all kinds of things are being said that, Mr. Nitish Kumar's government, didn't want my political career to begin, etc. I don't believe in all that. But this is the kind of thing which has happened to me.
What went wrong?
And it happened to me. Of all the people, who probably may have done, like, I have been working for the last 5 years, investing several crores of rupees to run the hospitals, to take care of people, to start a factory, to take care of people in floods. And I'm caught with 10 lakhs of rupees, which I'm not even there. They go into a room, they take the money, and the FIR say that they had sort of information, secret information, that this money was going to be distributed to, for electoral gains. So these things happen. Now, this is not connected to my real self, or sort of like, this is something which, like, it's like a movie. I said, God, this is happening to me. But it's part of life, and I have to face it, I have to face the eyes of the people who say, okay, fine, guy, you are distributing money for buying votes, and you have to face it. This is what happens. And if I have taken the risk of taking a political position, I might as well face, this sort of situation. And whether I'm able to extricate myself, whether I'm able to, get out of this thing. Because it's eventually the end that, you need to make a difference.
How much of this is ego? How much of this is about Prakash Jha and the fact that this is what he wants to do, and so he has to do it? And how much of it is about the people really?
Your ego gets hurt every moment, it's not the ego. It's basically, I think, that क्या लेके आया था और क्या लेके जाएगा? I think I have earned as an artist, as a filmmaker, there is enough, name, there is enough reputation, there is enough goodwill that I have been able to earn through my movies, through my work, through my social commitment or whatever. In terms of wealth, I am pretty well to do. I don't, I don't lack anything. I mean, today I can do whatever I feel like. But is that enough? I mean, is that what you really mean? I mean, when somebody like Nitish Kumar, who I really pitched my hope, who I really thought was somebody who meant, to do good to the society. When I see him playing the kind of politics he plays, dividing an already divided society, creating a Maha-Dalit sect, amongst the Dalit, dividing the Muslim society like Pasand-Manda Musalmans. I've been so disillusioned, sometimes I feel that he's anti-industry, he's anti-investment, because nothing has happened in the past 40 months. I was dying to have a situation in Bihar where people, the laborers, who live in such humiliating conditions and work outside Bihar, that, we have industry in Bihar, we have a few things in Bihar that these people can go back. Nothing of that sort has happened.
And you didn't see this coming when you pinned your hopes on him.
I pinned my hopes on him.
So does that mean you're a naive person, or does it mean that in politics everybody becomes bad at some point, and that is what will happen to you as well?
I saw him, I continuously spoke to him, I said, look, sir, you have to start wealth generation processes. You have to start doing things. But he's more interested in his vote bank. He's more interested in dividing society and creating a Mahadalit vote bank for himself. That is wrong. When you are a statesman, when you have a position where you can make a difference, you should not care about the chair. You may have to take decisions which are good for the state, good for creating a condition, but may not necessarily translate into votes.
What gives you the confidence that when you're in the thick of things, you will not have things that you're already making compromises by getting into
merely
contesting
for
on a
getting
party.
into the position.
No,
forget about that.
So
I have not made a compromise in my constituency.
It begins here, but once you get the position, how are you sure and how are you confident that you will not go down the route that every other politician takes and then says that's the nature of Indian politics?
My dear, I do not have political ambitions. I merely need a foot in the door to be able to bring about that difference in one constituency which can be replicated. I don't intend to be a politician for the whole of my rest of my life. Whether I become a minister, whether I become a prime minister, whether I become the president is not important for me. It is important because I realize that in this system you have to get into the system, and people do not. Everybody else, sensitive people, professionals, they don't get into the system because of the kind of things that I am going through. That they will have to compromise, that they will have to, be attacked. So you also have to appreciate the fact that I have taken that attack. I have taken the risk of being, humiliated to be able to get into that position. And you will see, time will prove that.
Time will prove that. We wish you all the very best in your endeavor. Come 16th, we shall know. And we wish you all the best in whichever route life takes you. But I'm pretty sure that you will keep documenting life for everybody as it flows.
Thank you very much. I will continue to do the best that I can do, and to be sincere to my intentions, and the people of Bihar. I think they deserve a lot more attention from a lot more Biharis who can make a difference. Thank you.